Welcome, Spartans, to Episode 2 of The Terminal, your one-stop shop for everything Halo. My name is Max Mallow, and I will be your host for today's episode, as I've taken the liberty to ship Benson off to Halo Boot Camp, because quite frankly, we won't stand for anyone in the office being Gold 3 in Team Arena. On today's episode, we'll be recapping the first HWC NA Online Qualifier, Microsoft releases Halo Reach as a backwards compatible title for Xbox One, new holiday playlists added to Halo 5 Guardians, and we read up your answers from last week's snapshot. This first HWC NA Online Qualifier was held this past Sunday, as 314 teams competed for HWC Pro Points and a $1,000 grand prize. The major surprise of the tournament came in Round 7, where fan favorite Team Liquid, led by Halo 4 Global Champion Ace, met up with underdog Team Overdrive. Thanks to a clutch double kill by Vitoed in Game 1, and a staggering 21 kill performance from King Nick in Game 2, Overdrive were able to upset Team Liquid 2-0, stunning everyone.
And that's going to be Overdrive 1 kill away from knocking out Team Liquid and progressing through to the semifinals. And there it is, top mid. A huge upset and a big win from Overdrive.
On the other half of the bracket, Evil Geniuses did what they do best, cruising to the grand finals, only dropping 2 games along the way, one to CLG and one to Let's Get This Money. In the grand finals, EG squared off against Team Envious, who had ended Team Overdrive's Cinderella story in the semifinals. The first 2 games were tightly contested, as EG edged out wins on the Rig Strongholds and Truth Slayer 100-80 and 50-48. However, Envy would crumble after Game 2, as EG took Empire CTF and the Series 3-0, securing themselves 5,000 pro points and $250 per player.
Just, there you go, juggle that one forward. This could very well be GG.
Oh, so close.
And look right there, you have Roy, who's going to be in a position to make it happen, as well as Lunchbox, and that will do it, folks. Game over each.
It seems like as of now, everyone is just playing for second place, with EG looking as dominant as ever. Will other powerhouses like CLG and Team Liquid be able to bounce back after an underwhelming finish? Tune in to twitch.tv/Halo or MLG.tv/Halo to find out on January 3rd for the second HWC NA Online Qualifier. In other news, Microsoft announced that Halo Reach is now available for Xbox One via backwards compatibility. During Reach's time on the MLG Pro circuit, Roy, Lunchbox, Ogre2, and Pistola of Team Instinct, dubbed by the community as the God Squad, dominated the pro scene, including the 21-1 run at MLG Columbus 2011. We also saw the rise of pro players like Snakebite and Royal 2, who are still competing in the HCS today as members of CLG. Now, back to the present. Last week, with the release of Cartographer's Gift, new holiday playlists were added to the arena, including Holiday Doubles and Holiday Social. These playlists will run until January 4th. If you and a buddy want to grind out doubles and earn that champion rank, or you want to just get a squad and kick back with some snipers or rumble rockets, jump into these playlists this holiday and crush some Christmas noobs. On the subject of Christmas noobs, it's time to take a look at your answers to last week's episode and answer this week's questions in the special holiday edition of The Snapshot. Welcome everybody to The Snapshot. Now, since Benson is off at Halo Boot Camp learning how to use Bumper Jumper, I've recruited my good friend Kimo, former Halo Pro Coach and Project Manager here at MLG. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course, no problem. So, on today's episode, we're going to cover your answers from last week, and we asked you guys who you thought would win the first HWC NA Online Qualifier. We got a lot of answers talking about EG, but one other guy thought differently.
Yep, Philip Gray said CLG will come in the top 2 without a doubt. Ogre2 is the GOAT and a god, and is always the final boss.
Wow, strong words there from Philip. Now, obviously, EG beat CLG 2-1, but CLG were one of 2 teams to actually take a map off EG the entire tournament. Do you think if CLG were in the other half of the bracket, they could have gotten to the grand finals?
You know, I do. Team Envious didn't look as strong against EG as I'd hope. And like you said, CLG was one of the teams that actually took a game off EG. So just on that fact alone, if CLG meet up with Team Envious on the other side of the bracket, I give it to CLG, and, you know, we don't have a 3-0 sweep in the grand finals.
Yeah, good point there, Kimo. Now, thank you to Philip Gray and everybody else who participated last week. But this week, we're taking a little more casual approach since it is the holiday season. We want to know, what are your best ways to spot Christmas noobs? Here are some of ours.
First of all, this is my favorite one. If you're not switching to your Magnum right off spawn, you are definitely a Christmas noob.
Very true. One of my favorites, if you still go top mid looking for Sword on Truth, you are definitely a Christmas noob.
And finally, if you are still wondering why your shields aren't recharging while sprinting, you are definitely a Christmas noob.
Well, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode of The Snapshot. Be sure to comment down below or tweet at MLG with your best ways to spot Christmas noobs to have them read next episode. Well, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you guys for tuning in, and be sure to participate in The Snapshot. Hopefully by next episode, Benson has returned from Halo Boot Camp and he can finally manage to 5-shot someone. Until then, I'm Max Mallow. Happy holidays.